What is up, everybody? Where's Hefty gone?
Yeah, where'd Adam go?
He just bounced on us. He just absolutely bounced on us. Well, anyway, welcome back, everybody. Found She's Live. Tonight we are talking about Skinwalker Ranch. And before I get into it, so every week we dedicate the show to something. I thought it would only fit in this week to dedicate, obviously, to 9/11, as it is the anniversary tomorrow. So for tonight's show, dedicated to everyone of 9/11.
Do that.
And yeah, Marty's welcome.
Oh yeah, how about that? Wow.
Yeah, so it's the 20th anniversary.
It's got to be
20th anniversary, yes, 2000.
Yeah,
so
20 years.
She's gone so fast because even I remember it when it happened.
Yep, so do I.
Yeah, so apparently it's the same thing as last week. So apparently whenever you do the intro, it crashes my browser.
Oh,
Yeah.
what browser are you using?
Firefox.
Oh, I don't know.
Well,
It's the one I've always used. It's the one I've used for the duration that I've been on the show. I've used it for 14, 15.
I've been using
just
Microsoft
last
Edge.
week and this week.
That's weird. Maybe something to do with Firefox.
See, I use Microsoft Edge all the time for me, or Google Chrome.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
That's what I
switch
do.
and do something because
Use
I'm
Chrome.
like that's twice now, and I'm like, and as soon as it happened, I was like, oh right, that happened last week too. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, try Chrome. When we have to use Chrome.
Yeah.
It won't do it on anything else.
Chrome or Microsoft Edge, that might work too.
Yeah.
'Cause it works for me.
But hey, everybody in the chat, Chantel, Matt, Alex, everybody.
Alex from
see you
Arizona.
Arizona. We've got Arizona tonight.
Yep, from Arizona.
Um,
Hey, Chantel.
but yeah, so
Hey, there's Waldo.
where's what?
Hey,
What
Rob.
Chantel said. Hey, there's Waldo.
No worries. Hope you're having a good time at work, dude.
I'm having a good time at work.
Oh, you got to, haven't you? You got to have a good time. You have a shit time at work.
We help. We help. This show definitely helps. I'll tell you that
This will
much.
make
Yeah.
make your day at work. Anything going on anyway before we get into the show with anybody else? I know, Nick, you've got some stuff you're doing.
Yeah. So what I just finished it up yesterday, but I'm going to be presenting some paranormal presentations in the next couple weeks, which I'm actually hoping to do on our show too at some point. Originally, they were made for more of the recruits that are interested in joining our teams, but I thought, what if I brought some of these presentations on the shows? So that might be something I'm concerned about doing.
Yeah, we could definitely do that, definitely. Guys in the comments, if you haven't seen it yet, we've posted our Guys Cliff video. It's on our channel at the moment. Some crazy evidence on there.
Sorry, my cat's getting in my bag.
Tomorrow at 6 p.m., our Haunted Mystery Box unboxing is going live. I just finished it today. It's going live tomorrow. So, yeah.
You dirty little shit. You just started.
Oh, God.
Get
Is
out
that
there.
Georgie boy? That's my boy, Georgie. You know, I paid him the money like 3 weeks ago. He didn't do it. I'm glad he finally got around to it. Thank you, Georgie.
3 weeks old.
That's one way to start the show.
Oh, from Anchorage, Alaska.
Anchorage, Alaska. Wow, howdy.
Wow. Thank you for
Thanks
joining
for tuning in.
I hope you're doing well out there. Who else we got?
You
The
got
other thing that always blew my mind about Alaska is that you have to go through Canada to get to it, but it's part of the United States. It's like Hawaii. You got to cross an ocean to get to it, but it's still technically part of the United States. Puerto Rico, too.
Yeah, well, Puerto Rico is going to be part of its too, and that will be on the opposite side of the country.
I thought Alaska was its own country.
Well, no, Alaska's part of it. Yeah, but it's technically
it's a U.S. territory.
US. Oh, okay, yeah.
It's funny. Ethan is actually behind the camera right now. He's doing homework. They just got home from school, and he's got a question. I don't know what the question was, but it asked about 2 states. It was Alaska and Hawaii. As we were talking about it, yeah. It's weird.
Oh, that's crazy. Excuse me, that were yawning.
No, I'm sorry, Tom. Are we boring you?
Yeah, sorry, Tom.
If we fall asleep, it's just carry on.
I was going to be like, poke, wake up, sleepy head.
San Diego now as well. Wow.
I just slap him on the back of the head now and again just to wake him up.
You do anyway, just for the sake of it.
Yeah, right.
I can do it if you want.
No, thank you.
I mean, all you got to do is go back and watch the other episodes, and you can see the proof there.
Oh, you guys.
Go back and watch some of the other episodes.
Yeah.
You could do enough video, kind of like one of those kill count videos.
I love the kill count videos.
The kill count
that line, you know, when you get abused. I'm an abused husband. What's that line you're in?
You're an abused husband.
Yeah, she's terrible.
Look, you're an abused husband, Tom. Please, come on, buddy. Come on.
Anyway, let's not go there.
I literally give him a knuckle sandwich.
I know. Knuckle sandwich.
Anyway, so you guys, if anyone hasn't heard of Skinwalker Ranch, I'm sure most everybody that's watching has. People that haven't, it's one of the most famous locations for like paranormal and UFO activity in the world. Some people have said it's cursed. Some people have said it's just the way what's in the land. There's many theories behind all this.
What was it? UFOs, crop circles, cattle mutilations.
Mutilations, yeah, like
cryptids
and stuff.
Shape-shifting
there's
creatures.
like ghost apparitions. They say supposedly demonic attacks, UFOs. Yeah, like you said, crop circles, aliens, Bigfoot-like creatures, hellhounds. I mean, and of course, obviously, the Skinwalker itself. I mean, it's got everything there.
Yeah. The original owner was Terry Sherman. He was the original person who bought the ranch. And 18 months after moving in, he sold it because of the activity that they were getting. Wow. They were saying they were getting all this stuff like constantly.
Why do they call it the Skinwalker?
It was nicknamed that by Robert Bigelow, who bought it after him for $200,000.
So just a skin people?
No, it's a Skinwalker.
Sorry if I find stupid.
It's a Native American thing that they say. It's basically shamans. Yeah, that
are change his shape, like a shape.
Yeah, basically.
Spirit that's getting revenge.
Right,
yeah.
Basically, the way how a Skinwalker is described is, it's usually a Navajo witch. The basic concept of the Skinwalker is pretty much that of a shapeshifter. And for a lot of the Native American tribes that are very well aware about the Skinwalker is that it's a very feared entity. They're even afraid to say its name. And they say, like a werewolf in a way, a Skinwalker can turn into an animal, any animal, but usually basically a wolf, using the skins of animals.
There's no been like physical evidence of them. I don't think it's all been like accounts.
So it's not being skinned.
It's just like cryptids. There's tracks of them, which they sometimes say they first appear as like wolf-like, animal tracks. And then as time goes by, if you continue following the tracks, you start noticing they become more human-looking.
Then this guy that bought it, this Robert Bigelow, obviously because of all the activity that the original owners saying they're having.
That's Robert Bigelow.
Yep.
There we go.
Hey, we got visual presentations. They're very good, Kerry. Right on. See? There's one thing you can say about this show is we are always prepared 100% of the time. Always. For you folks.
We spent all day research.
Yep.
You got no love, sir. No love. Poor Marty. All right, let's get
all I can say is don't have kids.
Poor guy, no.
Marty's son is sitting right behind the camera being like, oh. It's like, oh, they're both of us.
They're eating food. Hello, everyone.
He's literally right behind the camera.
No, what you guys don't see in the comments, we see what Marty does on a day-to-day basis in polos, and he grafts like no other. Really does. Looking after the kids, and it's a wonder that you even make the shows. I'll be in bed if I was you.
Family life, man. It is what it is.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it.
But yeah, so this Rob Bigelow, he actually, when he bought the ranch, he tried to basically capture the evidence, and he spent, I think it was like a year or so, with round the clock surveillance on the ranch, from videos and pictures and all sorts of stuff. But he virtually caught nothing, no hard evidence on camera the whole time. They said that some of the scientists there did have their own experiences and stuff, but to say that they caught nothing, it makes you wonder, was the original owners maybe exaggerating or just making the whole thing up? I mean, they sold it for $200,000.
Yeah, trying to get some money.
Well, I know. I think this is part of the story. The original owners, they had like a bunch of cattle, and they had gone to the store for some reason. And the husband said to the wife, if something were ever to happen to this cattle, we're gonna sink, because I mean that's their livelihood.
Yep.
And they came home from the store, and the cattle were gone, all of them. Yeah. And they actually found them inside a trailer, stuffed in a trailer, like almost comatose. And then as soon as he opened the trailer door, they all of a sudden woke up and flew out of there. And all their cattle were accounted for, but they were all stuffed into a trailer, and they were almost in like a comatose state. Yeah.
Well, what's crazy too is
usually more of livestock. That's interesting, because usually I also heard it was normally livestock mutilations that went on there too.
Yeah, and it wasn't like it was ravaged by wolves or anything. It was like surgical procedure stuff that even we can't do today. And it was. I mean, it was usually the sexual organs. It was certain, like it was. I think all the blood was drained, but there was no blood on the ground. So there was no blood in the animal at all. It's been completely mutilated, but the ground, there's no blood at all.
Almost like the chupacabra attacks.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy too, because I mean, if you look at the history of how much stuff was. So the original owners were Kenny and Edith Myers, and they owned it from 34 to 64, I believe.
It was
34 to 94.
Yeah, from 1934 to 94, correct.
Yes, and they had it those 60 years.
60 years, wow.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Before they sold it to, I forget the name of the person who was before Bigelow, but they only had it from I think 94 to 96.
Yeah,
Terry had it from
Terry Grunge Sherman from 1994 to 96, and then after that, that's when Robert Bigelow took it. I mean, bought it. He had that for like 20 years until 2016.
But what's funny is the really smushy nature of how long it went in between owners. So the first owners had it for like 60 years, then the next one had it for 2, and then the other one had it again a longer period. So it's very, very strange.
Well, I think the only reason Robert Bigelow bought it was to do the investigation on it.
Yeah, that was the only reason.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, just had a bird fly right into my window.
Oh, I threw it.
That's an omen.
Oh, that was weird. That's never happened before.
I didn't know that. Chantal just said it proves there's no scavengers or
that's right.
There a year later.
Yeah,
that's crazy. See, it's like because I've like watched things on it. Like obviously we talked about before the show, like Ghost Adventures. They did a one there as well, and there's been documentaries of all this stuff, and it's. Yeah, there's been no hard evidence, but then you can't explain some of this stuff that has happened, like the mutilations, and I mean, they're not eating the carcass for a year.
They've got some pictures of UFOs over the ranch land.
Wow, there you go, yeah.
So they have got a few. I don't know. I don't think that's Bigelow though. I think that was.
I think that was the original owners.
I think they got a few bits and pieces.
Makes you wonder though, if it was aliens, why would they do that?
Yeah, exactly.
Because the cows.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's almost like if the same reason we go into the like the forest or like the rainforest and we gather samples of different animals. What do? You dissect them to figure out how their body works, and
or like when you go, you go fishing, you take out the fish to figure out stuff, and then if you go back, Dewey will appreciate that one. He knows what
it literally is a science experiment.
Yeah.
A bit cruel though.
Well, I mean, you're not going to get results with these and thank yous.
Oh, that's a whole different show. That's a whole different show. That one. No, we will do it. We're supposed to be doing that. That was our next UFO show on it, abductions. I'm sure it was. I'm sure we'll miss that at some point.
No, I'm just saying because you said rather you than me. People have said that they've been abducted as well.
Who got the police by him?
Yeah, I heard that.
That's coming from my area.
Oh, in Chicago? No way.
No,
Hey, well, you know what? Actually, that reminds me quickly, Tom and Amy. Remember that one of our first shows we did? I was talking, all of a sudden you heard cop cars go by. You guys thought it was yours. That was coming from your side.
Yeah. Sound like it's outside. All right.
Cows are more interesting than humans. I will agree there.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And most of the time, they're better conversationalists. Present company excluded, of course. Present company excluded.
What was I going to say then? I completely forgot. Hey? Oh, goats.
No, I said, well, yeah.
That and goats, yeah. Have you seen that? The goat that, like...
Yeah, walks.
The guy. You know that reporter, that Mexican reporter, and he's having an argument with a goat, and it's like proper flipping him off.
No, that's great.
You need to watch it.
Can we get that? Can we pull that footage?
I'll get this. Like, we're just going to take a slight detour from Skinwalker Ranch.
What?
As usual.
On this show? Hold on.
This is why people love this.
Yeah, we usually stay on topic for about 6 minutes, and then the rest of the show is just random stuff.
I'm sure you guys have seen that. Let me just get rid of the adverts. Good old YouTube adverts.
You guys are
thank you,
candidates for a proverb probing.
You guys.
I decline.
I just don't trust Chantel. I don't trust
in
like
your
that.
video, Kerry.
I gotta share it.
Yeah, this is the video.
You've all seen it.
I'm sure you guys have seen it, but I'll show it anyway because it's funny. This
Oh,
guy.
boy. Oh yeah, I think I've seen
No, I haven't seen this.
It's hilarious.
We are. Thank you, Dan.
I don't know what he's saying, but
Yeah, I don't know what he's saying either. Obviously, it's from another country.
let's spit on him.
I would too. Well, it's a dude that's in his face that's like screaming at him, and he's like, "I just want to lick my whatever that he was going to do."
Is he like making a documentary or something? I can't tell.
Yeah. I don't know what
I can't read any of that.
Although that
like
goat
my
has got
old
amazing hair. That goat's got amazing hair.
Well, that reminds me of the one video the guy
Looks like my old boss, Daniel says.
Oh,
If you guys ever saw that one video of the guy that's arguing with his cockatoo, like he's smashing the cage and the bird's dropping the F word constantly?
Oh God!
You've never seen that?
No, I don't think we could. Can we pull that? Can we do that on the show?
It's
I don't
the
know.
bird saying it.
We
But
can,
yeah.
no. I don't think we can do that.
Yeah, because
I'll find the video after. I'll send it.
Maybe on the other channel. Yeah. Okay, so Skinwalker Ranch, you say? That's what this show is about.
Oh
YouTube
my God!
reaction
That's
channel.
what Chantel says. Tom pisses her off.
Oh,
Dude, it's gonna suck if she starts
It's
spitting.
on.
oh, sheesh.
no, Amy does have a lot to put up with me. A lot.
Oh, can we count? I'm gonna get the drunk video. I'm gonna get it off. Not now. I'm gonna work on this so we can do this proper. But
It was a number of polos ago.
That's something for your channel, definitely.
I'm prettier than the that goes without saying.
Yeah, we'll do that. Tom
That's
Shark
very
video when
true.
we do the spicy chip challenge.
yeah.
That'll help get us through it.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Guys, I'll be back in a second. My cat wants to get out of my room now, so give me a minute.
Yeah, no problem.
But yeah, guys, about the chip challenge, we are doing a spicy chip challenge at some point on Mr. Hefty's channel. We are just trying to figure out a date, but it will be coming the next
Because
few
everyone
weeks.
keeps avoiding it.
Well, no. I mean, I'm fine, but my only thing that I didn't even think of until after we were talking about on the polos was I'm going to Jersey next weekend, and so if I'm hopefully I'll be back because we're only staying for Saturday, so hopefully we'll leave nice and early Sunday morning. Like I said, it's like a 3.25, 3.5 hour drive. from Jersey to my place, which means I'd be back in plenty of time and we can do it. If we figure we'll do it at the same time as usual.
Yeah, so I was going to say, what are you going to Jersey for?
Camp Nobi Bosco, going to see the filming locations of the original Friday the 13th, and going to get some sweet videos. That is going to be the first video on Heftober 2021. So that'll be coming.
Originally I was going to say that's awesome, but originally I was going to say if you're going to Jersey, I was going to say, oh, I get it. It's just a Jersey thing. You just got to be in Jersey to get it.
No, you know me. I friggin' hate Jersey. But actually, funny story too. Just real quick for Horn, Nick, you're probably the only one that can appreciate this. We'll get right back to Skinwalker. I promise that's what this show is about. My buddy, Sleepaway Camp, the original one, was filmed 15 minutes from his house, and he knows the guy who owns the property, so he's currently working on getting us to permission to film a video there. So,
it's awesome,
yeah. So there you go. I knew you would appreciate that. Okay,
hey, I'll tell you something too quickly, Adam. Is that a few weeks ago, one of the other hosts here on Pod, Rosie who lives down in Oklahoma, she had the first Jason on one of her shows on our network, Ari. He was on our network a few weeks ago.
That's really awesome, actually. I have a mask signed by him back there somewhere. But, okay, anyway, back to the Skinwalker Ranch. Oh, boy. Sorry about that.
No, I love it. No, look, we always do this.
Hope I still have a job.
What I was going to say, though, like with Skinwalker Ranch, this isn't like something new. In like the first European explorers in 1776 were writing about strange fireballs appearing in the sky above Skinwalker Ranch. So it's not like this is something new. It's been going on for hundreds of years.
Yeah,
which I thought was crazy. Like, what else? So I have to read and then talk.
That was a good joke. I like Daniel Hopkins' joke, by the way. I thought that was pretty clever.
I can't multitask.
Why can't you catch COVID in a bar or a strip club? Because COVID is 19. COVID-19.
Oh my God, that's funny.
19 is legal in South Africa.
Oh, it's legal in the UK as well.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a trivia fact. Well, I'll just give a quick trivia fact. Did you guys know that? Obviously, like most of the U.S., the age of adulthood is 18, but in the states of Nebraska and Alabama, they're actually 19 and over. It's not 18 over in those two states. It's 19.
But you can still drive a car at 17.
You can still drive a car, but you're not considered an adult until you're 19.
So you can be in charge of a 2-ton vehicle, but you can't. What is going on? You're not an adult.
Isn't it? You can't drink until you're 21.
Yeah.
And that's the other. And here's a funny thing too. One more trivia fact: the state of Mississippi is the only state in the entire U.S. where their age of adulthood is actually 21. I'm not even joking. That's actually true.
I think that's the age it should be, but that's even still sometimes, depending on who you're talking about, that's pushing it. It should be like 25. You know what I mean? Because people don't grow up until they're almost 30.
Marty, I'm with you on that. My paranormal team, for someone to join our team is 21 and over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's warped out there. Sorry.
I think the whole world's warped. Anyway, we're going on. Yeah, so Kerry, I believe you've watched a lot of documentaries on this.
Yes, I have. Thank you, Tom.
I wasn't going to let you get away with that one. No, I mean,
yeah, I've watched quite a bit. My memory's a bit on it, but from what I can remember, like you were saying, this has been going on a long time, not just with the two people in the book sort of thing. I think in the whole of Utah basin area. Oh, bye, Adam.
Sorry, Kerry, I just noticed that.
That's all right. All in that area, not just over Skinwalker. There's like a massive UFO sightings, lots of weird stuff going on. And it's been going on for years and years. I don't know who owns it now, though. Is it still big?
It's I got to look right here. It's someone by the name of Brandon Fugel. If that's to say his last name. He purchased it right after Robert Bigelow, and he still has it to this day.
And they are actually trying to make Skinwalker Ranch its legal name.
Yeah, it says in 2017, it was filed for trademark through Justia Trademarks. The trademark was issued in 2018, and then in March of last year, Brandon, who was a Utah real estate tycoon, announced that he is now officially the owner of the ranch. So he really is trying to keep the area to its title.
Yeah.
I'm having a lot of technical issues. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah. What's up, JT? Good to see you, dude. No, that's funny you say that, Hefty, because like when we were on the green room before we started, when you went downstairs for a smoke, I wasn't touching the computer, and our internet page on the left was scrolling up and down on its own, and I wasn't touching the mouse.
Yeah, I had to switch. I switched browsers too. I'm like, okay, maybe it's the browser. So I switched over. I'm like, this is unprecedented for me. So
Tom, the salt ring didn't work.
Yeah,
that's what I said when he said to me earlier. I was like, "Oh, where's your friends?"
I was like, "Yeah, thanks a lot, you friggin' wanker." Like now you're getting it on me. Like I didn't do nothing.
No, Marty.
I gotta put a salt ring around my computer now.
About the mark about today, what I saw.
Yeah, we'll tell them afterwards. Otherwise, everyone in the comments will know what's coming.
Well, no, because you're only
explaining
it.
Maybe your computer is really a skinwalker.
It's a lazy one. doesn't even walk. It just sits there. It's the furloughed skinwalker. I guess.
But no, yeah, because we haven't told you guys. So yeah, I'll try and be careful how I say this. So yeah, we've had 2 dolls that are extremely negative. The unboxings are coming out soon. So these dolls, as you guys know, have a salt circle around to obviously try and protect us from what's in them. Yeah, so Amy today comes into the room where they're kept and starts shouting at me, tell me what's going on, and the salt circle's like been destroyed at the front. So yeah, so hopefully it was the dog. If it wasn't, then
it's trying to claw its way out.
Shit's gonna get real tonight.
Kerry?
How often did the dogs go in that room?
They only go in there briefly. George can't reach. It'll only be Daisy.
Daisy.
But it was destroyed in 3 places though.
Yeah, pause. Then I know.
But I was gonna say it's salt though. So when it typically, I don't know about you guys over there, but like if you have salt that you put out there in the wintertime to melt the ice on your sidewalk.
Yeah.
If a dog puts their paws in that, they start yelping and screaming because the salt absorbs into their paw pads.
Oh.
Yep.
Burns their feet.
So if the dog put their paws up there, it might have like burned their. You should have known about it.
Yeah, but that's different. That's like rock salt versus like.
It's still salt. Like
yeah, I mean, can you imagine? I just realized how you mentioned about the salt, right, Marty?
Yeah.
Imagine if. This kind of goes back to, like the actual like stories of the Skinwalker. Imagine if you got chased by what you believe may have been like a wolf or something like that. And you manage to set the salt in a good spot where it runs over and it starts burning their feet. Next thing you know, you may come across someone who happened to be walking nearby and they apparently have burns on their hands and feet. So it makes you wonder too. Because it's not even just always in the movies that we always see. I mean,
right.
Movies on the TV shows show that kind of stuff, but there has been cases where stuff like that actually really does happen in real life. It's not just, in stories, legends, and literature.
It's a matter, is it, a coincidence or, that's a pretty slim coincidence if it does happen, but.
It also makes you wonder how to, with the footprints, again, they leave behind. Because sometimes you'll see footprints and then all of a sudden, they just stop. Like there should have been so many more. And according to what I've heard from the Native American legends of the Skinwalker, is that the reason why the footsteps stop is because supposedly the Skinwalker itself has changed form. So what was originally a wolf now is probably turned into a bird or something. You
even hear stories like that in like different parts of the world where like when it snows. Because you'll have footprints and like snow tracks, and all of a sudden they stop, and there's whoever was walking would just disappear,
gone.
And that's where a lot of like alien abductions come in and stuff like that. If somebody was
or the Wendigo, there's that the Wendigo story.
Yeah,
that's like for DeFago where.
Yep.
He gets dragged away.
That was from one of the scary stories, of course, but I know that story. But also,
but I mean, it's
there's also a term out there. I mean, the Navajo term for skinwalkers is actually sometimes known as Yinadaushi, which means he who walks on all fours.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you just love Nick? He really is.
Yeah, it's Nickopedia. Nickopedia. That's why that's his nickname. And that's like, if anybody were to ask me, they'd be like, "Can you describe Nick Mulaes in one word?" I'd say, "Sure, Nickopedia."
He's our version of Siri.
Yeah.
Chantal had a good point earlier.
I was reading that
about encouraging owners to sensationalize the place to make a buck, taking away from any valid evidence or truth they may be. People may start dismissing real evidence. Yeah, I do think that's a part of it as well. Like, I'm not saying that it's all fake. It definitely isn't all fake. I think that, like anything, like Area 51 or whatever.
It's Area 52 now.
Yeah, the hype about it just it's unfortunate because there's people out there that will fake things, and there's 90% of stuff on the internet is fake, and you've got to sift through all that and find the real stuff. And the more media attention a place gets, the more junk.
Well, the thing that I apologize. Just real quick, is the thing that allures me is that it's just so much of so many different things in one area.
Yeah.
What is it? Like, it's like, what is it about that one spot?
It seems like that for a good majority of the northwestern United States, is that there's just all these mysterious. Well, not even just the Northwest. Basically, the entire western portion of the United States has more mysterious spots than we do here, like in the Midwest or the eastern areas. We got East Coast, because again, you got Skinwalker Ranch, you got Area 51, you got the Devil's Highway, which runs through I think it was 3 or 4 states. Skinwalker Canyon, and then of course, obviously, to add the Pacific Northwest for all the biggest, reports of Bigfoot encounters. There's just something very odd in the western portion of the U.S. that has these mysterious spots. It's just not just one area. It's several areas throughout this western half of the United States.
Do you think it's weird though? It's all like America. You don't hear much about this in Russia or China or Africa. It's not. It's always America.
It's usually just North America or Europe.
Yeah, it's weird
because we're awesome.
that or they're just not open about it.
Yeah, that's the other thing is if you look at the countries you're comparing it to, China, Russia, probably pretty tight-lipped and not allowed to think like that.
Yeah, true.
It sounds kind of close-minded, but it's although I don't know, if you look at Asian cultures in general, there's a lot of spirituality in ghosts, and there's a lot of stuff that's there that goes way, 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 way back than anything that the Americas or that
and it's
could bring to the table.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you, but it's ironic because you look at the Asian culture. Well, here's the thing. I mean, let's start off with this because I know she's not in the chat right now. Irene from Tokyo, she always says that there's little to no investigators or groups in Japan or even some of the other Asian countries because a lot of people out there, just don't. Despite the fact that they probably have had this culture much longer than a lot of us. They just don't really want to talk about it for some reason.
I think with Asian culture, it's more a respect thing. It's more respected. They take it that it's a given. And so to have paranormal, and this is just me, this is all just me, but to have paranormal investigations and have teams there would be almost like Chantal was saying, sensationalizing it or cashing in on that and just being an absolute disrespect to the ancestors and the forefathers that came before them. So that's probably
cashing in on it is that I actually don't think, apart from the authors of books, I don't think you can actually get on site. I don't think you can go in and pay money to enter. I think it's all shut down. So, I mean, there obviously has been money made from this, but the documentaries on the TVs and things. But apart from that, I don't think it's a big money maker thing.
Yeah, it's not a cash cow. Yeah,
there's a lot of individual authors out there that are going.
Although I love Kerry was she's I don't think it's with books, and she holds up a book like nobody knew what a book was. I'm sorry, that was adorable. I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, that's so funny."
It was great.
It was great.
Chantal has a good point there as well. It's just Africa hardly has Wi-Fi. Most can't post on Facebook what they saw. That is true. But then again, when I went, obviously because I was in the army, I went to Kenya. We're in the middle of nowhere. None of us could get a signal, but all the locals could get perfect internet signal on their phone in the middle of nowhere. We couldn't get it, but they could. Wow. I don't know how. We were on the same network and everything.
In Kenya?
Yeah, in Kenya, yeah.
Kenya, Africa, yeah.
No, Kenya, New York. I'm sorry, Nick. I was confused for a second.
Kenya, Africa, we're talking the country.
No, Jesus. All right.
I literally had to climb a mountain to talk to you, didn't I?
You did.
Every time I was out there. Anyway, that's a different story.
Climb a mountain, hold your phone as high as you can in the air to try to get a signal.
That is so romantic.
I almost got it.
I got 1 bar.
Come on, 5 bars. That's romantic. You had to climb a mountain to call Amy?
Yeah, I used to get a bar.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. That's so beautiful.
Hey, Tom, that makes me wonder.
3-minute phone call.
Could you do the same if you had no choice but to climb Mount Everest just to get a signal?
You used to have to carry a gun and then hear the lions.
Yeah, we used to have to carry a weapon because there's lions about as well.
Oh, that's
okay. Now that you're saying that, I'm really struggling with why Amy you beat on him so much. I mean, he's like fighting lions just to get 1 bar to call you.
This is ammo.
You didn't see me getting chased by lions and shit.
Right, just to make a phone call.
I love you, Amy.
She just put up with a lot of shit.
You don't have them on a daily basis. You're just a little snippet.
I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to count for something.
Quite a lot now. They do see quite a lot.
You don't see the money coming out the bank every time. I'm like, yeah, you can buy that. Yeah, you can buy that. Yeah,
anyway, we're going to be.
Yeah, here we go.
No, this is my favorite part. Hold on, I got popcorn right over here.
Chantal says we ride lions down the street.
Lions down the street here.
Yeah, that's your local transport.
She's a horse chick. I'll believe she does. I'll believe she
does.
Yeah. She probably does.
I'm sure you what's right.
Anyway, Kerry, what you said earlier about it being a portal, I'm a big believer in that, and I do think that's got something.
Or a port hub. I thought you said a port. No, hub, not Nick's thing.
I was going to say not Nick's hobby.
Not Nick's. Yeah.
Oh my God.
You never get always glowing.
No, I'm trying to be serious. No, but I thought you said. Did you say? And forgive me because sometimes the accents are tough to tell. Did you say port hub or porthole?
Hole.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. My apologies.
In their house.
An opening up between 2 worlds.
That was dramatic. You're good at that.
Kerry, I know you know a lot about that more than we do. Do you think that there could be a reason for that in Skinwalker Ranch?
Yeah, energies, ley lines, the fact that it's remote. Well, wasn't everyone turned up at the front gates looking? Yeah. There's another ranch, and I forget the name of it. It's quite well known as well that has similar sort of activity go on. More UFO, I believe, ET activity than anything else. But if you do research in ranches in general, there's quite a few that have similar sort of things that happen.
Hey.
Morgie's finally running away from home, huh? Good for you, kid. Good for you, girly.
I kicked her out.
You kicked her out. Yeah, did you do your homework?
I just have a Spanish assignment, but I'm doing it.
Is it done? Is it done?
The rest of my 7 assignments are done.
Bye, Morgie.
Oh, geez, hi. There's Mo. You're on the camera. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, look at him.
You have no idea.
Dude, I don't care. Marty, your family is awesome. You have an awesome family, dude.
Yeah, it does.
Well, come here for like an hour. You'll change your mind.
Yeah, that's true. That's
no, I'm only kidding.
Come to my work.
Your work is like his day-to-day life.
Now, Kerry, the other ranches you were talking about, are those in the States as well?
I believe so, yes. Yeah.
Again, West Coast?
Or I'm trying to Arizona, I think the one that I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Don't quote me. I have to dig it out do a bit of research. But yeah, I think it was Arizona.
Well,
My mum's in the
Well,
comments.
now I think about it.
Well,
The only
she
thing
should tell you.
the only thing I can think of that comes close, because now I just thought about this. The only other place I can think of that may come close to, like, let's say the eastern area, Adam, it's actually more Midwestern. It actually is in southern Illinois. We have something down in southern Illinois that I'm still not exactly sure why it's referred to, but it's referred to as the Devil's Kitchen. It's just, again, another area where there's just all this mysterious stuff that goes on. Of course, in southern Illinois, it's more of a wooded farmland area, but it has a lot of the same similar situations like they do in Skinwalker Ranch. I mean, not as big as frequent, of course, not as wide of an area, but we have the ghost apparitions, we have the UFO sightings, we've had what are called alien big cats, or ABCs.
Now, have you ever been there?
No, I haven't, because that's way down in southern Illinois. I mean, that's like a 6-7 hour drive from my area, but I've always wanted to go. But one of the most notorious, I guess you can kind of say, stories that comes from that area is actually what a lot of us that know about the story is referred to as Illinois' Bigfoot, which was called the Big Muddy Monster, or the Murfreesboro Mud Monster. And the reason why they call it the Big Muddy Monster is not only because it did indeed have a muddy appearance, but there's a river that's actually a tribute to the Mississippi River called the Big Muddy River. So
Muddy River, yeah, I've heard of Muddy River.
Outside of Murfreesboro, and back in the early 1970s, they had a huge amount of reports of this, what eventually became known as the Murfreesboro Mud Monster. Hasn't been anything really reported today, but that doesn't mean it could still be out there.
Oh, sure. And where the hell were you during my book reports for like school, Nick? I could have used you, sir.
Yeah. Any assignments, straight to Nick.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, Nick, can you do my homework for me, bud? There's $20. I don't want to do it.
Chantal had some great points on the side. I've just been reading a few of them. Fixed the message. Ryan fixed it, I think. Draco. The Dragon of Service. The guidance portals. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard that about that before. And then said something about the amphitheater effect. About the messes. Am I reading that wrong? Sorry, Chantal, if I'm reading that wrong.
It's something about the mesas around it, like an amphitheater, apparently amplifying signals from ETs. I thought I read something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Or just from ET.
That's what book we're looking at the moment in space. For our work, ET.
I haven't seen ET. Okay.
Sorry.
You know what? I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this right now. So Robert Bigelow bought it for $200,000.
Yep.
There's houses around me that cost almost that much.
I was going to say that's quite cheap, isn't it?
That's very cheap.
Well, you got to remember, everything that was apparently said about that. I mean, who was going to buy it for anything more? You know, think about that. I mean, if you have all that stuff with the skinwalkers and UFOs, cattle mutilations, all this other stuff, I mean, if everybody hears about this place, who's going to buy it? Besides Robert Bigelow, who's only buying it for a bit. Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and say real quick that this must be a cursed topic for me, because I am I cannot operate my browser yet again. I mean, I'm apparently still on the show, but my browser is frozen. When I pulled up another window for Skinwalker Ranch. So I'm just going to go with this. And
that's weird.
Yeah, I know. I don't like this.
We need to GoFundMe for Hefty now.
I had to GoFundMe. It was me.
You know what? I'm setting up the GoFundMe right now for Adam, so he can get a faster browser.
We already know what the
I have nice. I'm working with nice equipment. I don't understand why.
It could be some of our dolls. Because
we'll tell them to knock it the hell off. There we go.
We do have a lot of dogs.
As I said that, I closed that.
Yeah.
And I've just had a scratch appear on my arm, but it's only one, so it might just be weirdness. But
Way to go, Tom!
Wow. I don't want
Way
to
to
be
go,
on the
Tom!
show
Whoa,
anymore.
whoa,
For this show.
Look what you did, Tom.
Yeah, she had a scratch as well.
Scratch up at work.
I know what? Oh my God.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
That's not me, Marty.
They do.
What's up, Bone?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Oh, we were we were the lawn mowing show. All right, that's pretty good.
We get everywhere. We do.
No, I'm always nice to Marty.
I reckon we need to get
Really? Really?
Differently.
Adam, Marty, Hater, Sawyer.
Yeah,
Really?
always. Yeah. What?
That's a ton of love right there, buddy.
Yeah, well, it's an ironic middle name.
It's not even your last name.
Then again, after you've got his dog.
Oh, screw.
I bet your IT problems will be resolved. Change it.
Yo, that's. I didn't even notice that. Yo, all right, that's fantastic. All right, oh boy.
You didn't notice what?
It was Marty Hater Sawyer. It was supposed to be my last name. I was setting it up like last time, but I must have just whatever reason.
The show's 46 minutes in. You had to sit up in the green room. You typed it in.
I went through two different browsers.
You typed it in.
I know.
How did you not realize?
I know. Maybe I really do hate you.
It's apparent. It's very clear.
No, I don't like it. What is going on?
Oh God,
Adam, if you want to change that, you're gonna have to log off the show in order to do that.
If I log off now, I'm not coming back on. That is entirely.
Oh, wait a minute, Tom and Amy can probably change it because they're the ones who are running it.
No, they can't. I have to change it on my side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, I apologize, Marty. That was not there. If you, dude, go back to the beginning of the show. That was not there. What
do you mean?
He's been here since the beginning of the show.
The Marty Hater has been there, but it was my last name, not yours at the beginning.
Oh my God!
Are you serious?
I realize I just saw Marty Hater.
I had to retype. I had to type my stuff in 3 times. So
Right.
the first one, he's
Marty
changing it. Oh, somebody is changing it on.
Who changed it?
I don't know. Oh, it's freaking Tom. I'm like, wait a minute. See, look. Oh, all right. Look,
he's even got like the tongue emoji.
Oh no! What are they changing? They're going to change my name now.
I
Watch.
just got trolled. What the hell
great.
happened?
No, they're gonna have fun with this.
Let me find out they were messing with my browser too.
Oh, look at Tommy. Like, yes.
I don't even want to know what's going to happen next.
Oh If you don't turn it, I'm logging out and coming back in.
Oh, too late. I'm going to screen cap that as soon as this is live. Oh, that's messed up. I can't wait to see what Kerry's is going to be.
And there goes Nick.
He's like
Oh, he's not happy. He's not happy.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Did he actually leave the chat?
He's coming back now, but he's typing us. Yeah, we should.
Oh,
Nick.
bless him.
Yeah, don't put that on Nick's thing. Nick's he's got more of a reputation than I do or Marty does.
I don't have a reputation.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Funny.
Oh, right. But I'm like, that's Nick's got
Hefty
that
lover. Okay, you guys did change mine.
There we go. Oh, I'm a Marty. All right, so we're making out. Why is mine? Are me and Marty making out now? Is that what that is inferring?
Oh, he goes to Wikipedia.
He backed down and changed it himself.
Wikipedia. There you go. Nick, I apologize for the immaturity of the rest of the group. I know. They're silly. I apologize. Mostly for Tom. I apologize for Tom.
I think it's really bad.
Check my video out.
I think it's really bad that I'm on top of Adam right now, and it says Happy Loving Marty Lover.
Well, you got TNA, Paranormal Mysteries over there. I don't even have to tell you what that means, what that acronym stands for.
Nick kept his name as Pornhub Lover, and then me go and check my video out. It's like,
good. Oh yeah, this is so bad. This is so bad. We need to change it, but.
This is the first for any of these shows for Tom and Amy just to start screwing with everybody's names.
Is anybody still watching this shit?
I don't know.
I think everybody left the chat, dude. I don't think there's anybody there anymore.
Chantel is still there.
What?
Oh dear.
I got that right. There we go.
There's.
The Hef and Tom love affair. Jeez.
Oh god.
Jeez.
Anyway. So,
oh yeah, right. There were kids present for that. I forgot about that. Sorry, Ethan.
Hey, why do you think I changed the name because of that?
They all know that website, don't they?
Yeah, come on. Oh, look at Marty. Marty's like,
God.
oh, I won't be here for the next show. I don't know that we will either.
I don't think I can.
This might be the last show.
Oh my god.
Do we have trivia coming up?
Yeah, I think we.
So what were we saying about Skinwalker Ranch?
Yeah, there was like
I have no
skin something. There was a what?
Something.
we always do a topic where we never talk about it.
Well, we do. Like I said, roughly about 6 minutes total throughout the entire show.
Yeah, we love you too, Chantel.
UFOs, Skinwalkers.
Yeah, Shipton, George Lucas.
You live for Fridays. That's awesome.
What's that?
You're right there, Amy.
It was the spirit from the doll attacking her.
I thought my smoke was bothering her.
Fire or something.
No, do you get like Daddy Longlegs?
Oh,
Daddy Longlegs.
Yeah.
Yep.
No,
we got shit tons of them here at the moment.
Oh wow.
And there's loads like everywhere all the time at the moment.
Oh boy.
But yeah, so we'll go into the questions now anyway because we've actually destroyed the show.
You guys had me. I was like, can you change on your side? I was like, I don't know if they can. And I'm like, oh, they must be. Because it changed again. I'm like, oh,
They're the hosts.
My language would have been a lot more colorful. Would it have been on another channel?
But yeah, so before we get into the questions, tomorrow, like I say, 6 p.m, we've got our mystery box unboxing going live. I don't know what next week's show is yet, so bear with us.
Didn't you say it was, I can't remember the guy's name you said.
Oh, we're going to have Dave come on.
That's the week after.
No, Kerry can't. Yeah. Can we get Simon? Simon.
Well, I think we're going to do Simon more towards Halloween, right?
I don't care. I don't care. I want him soon.
Yeah, I was going to say
weird, but I like that guy. I like
that
guy.
To him because he said he's good to go for October, but he never said a date.
No,
yeah, I've been talking with him a few times. I mean, I've been keeping in contact with him, so he's always up for it. But I actually was just talking with, and this is actually a show I've been on previously. I don't know. Well, you got someone by the name of Vivian Powell. Again, another show from the UK. She does a show herself that's called Simply Spooky. So I was talking to them last night. I said, if you guys want to come on our show, you guys are more than welcome to. So I actually sent her the link to our show earlier today, although I'm sure she watched it up to this point. She probably stopped watching it.
Yeah. First 5 minutes.
After tonight, definitely.
I told her, though, they want to come on. Yeah, just let us know. So I know them.
I don't think since you guys let me be part of the show and stuff like that, I don't think we've had a repeat guest. I think we come out once.
And what's funny is if you look at Lindsay Lou and like other people, it's like, oh, we'll have to do a second part, and I'm like, what happened to them? Indigo and.
I don't know. No, I do agree. Down there.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
We do work well together. Definitely, I wouldn't change it for the world.
Me either.
Change their names.
Yeah, we changed names.
Yeah.
Listen, I think we did enough name changing tonight. All right.
Yeah.
One time was enough for me.
Yeah, that's what she
Especially
said.
Party pooper, Nick.
We love you, really, Nick. We love you, man.
Well, you know we love you. This is all your fault, Nick.
Yeah, you put this together.
This is
You're the one that's
like
always like
this.
this.
This
Yeah,
is
I
all
point a
because
finger.
of you, buddy.
He's
So
always looking down. All right, we'll get to the questions. Anything from you guys? I think we've done it all, haven't we? Yeah. Marty,
I couldn't even hear that. Wait, what?
Nick,
Nothing.
again. Nick.
Clearly,
Yeah.
it's just so quiet.
Oh, is it? Yeah. All right, let's go for it.
I'm still here. Still live.
buy stuff from Kerry's Etsy shop.
Yeah.
Check out Tom and Amy's videos.
Yeah.
Check out Nick's stories. Check out Marty. Check out my channel at youtube.com/FTV.
And also,
Be on the lookout
And
for the
also,
spicy chip challenge.
The spicy chip challenge.
That's
and
going to be a
also
good one.
2 weeks from today, we got Fear Fest coming up. It's Salina, Kansas, September 24th to 25th. So we got still a few tickets more available. If you want to come out and meet some of us, get your tickets now because it's 2 weeks away.
I wish.
That's not the bollocks. That was 2 weeks.
Yeah,
2 weeks.
Nick, I barely have time to get into my backyard. So.
Okay, that's not gonna happen. Kerry, aren't you going to a UFO conference?
Yeah, UFO sort of conference talk evening where people have like got stories about seeing UFOs and being abducted. That's next Friday, unfortunately. So I won't be here. I will be there, but that'd be quite interesting.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. You have to tell us all about it.
I was going to say, yeah. Are you going to do videos on TikTok or Instagram or anything?
No, I don't know if they'll let me.
Oh, okay.
Not
Okay.
me. I would film it, but I'm like, some people are a bit.
We'll definitely talk about it then the week after because obviously we've got Dave coming on, so we'll definitely.
Yeah.
I'll make notes.
I'm saying this. I've said it on the polls. I freaking love Dave. I could have a time with the guy. Dave seems like such a cool dude. I like that guy. I think he's a good dude.
Yeah, we'll keep him. Yeah.
Oh, just to actually really just do one quick little thing. Her birthday was Monday, so everybody wish her it was recently.
Happy belated.
I think it was Monday.
Thank you.
Was it Monday? Yes. Happy belated
Wednesday.
birthday. Wednesday, Monday, Wednesday.
One
Happy
day.
days.
Okay.
2 day difference, dude.
Yeah, so I was 21.
Stuff is hard. Yes, I know. We didn't get to be Marty's age.
Yeah. Well, you're the same age as me. That's why you can't tell what day of the week it is.
Is that what? Oh, damn. No, we are the same age? Or you're a little bit older, aren't you? Or are we the same age? We're the same age?
42.
God, you're so old.
Yeah.
I'll be 43. I'll be 43 in a couple months.
Yeah, same.
When's
January
29th. What about you, Marty?
January 11th, so I'll be 43 before you.
Ah, so he is older. You old
he's
bastard.
By a week and a half.
There you go. We're old.
Draw pictures like a courtroom artist, Kerry.
And Adam and Marty, that makes you guys feel better after your birthday. And then afterwards, I'll be 29.
Chantel is 39.
39.
So she's old too. Boy, I remember 39.
You're not old.
I was 39.
I'll tell you the one coolest thing on my 40th birthday. It was the absolute dude. I cried. So I was working, and Matt, Eddie, who lives in South Carolina, came home for my 40th birthday. Didn't tell me. My family knew about it. Didn't tell me about it, and just shows up at my work for my 40th birthday. I'll tell you, I went all a blubbery. And my brother, I love him, dude. I love
Those
him.
are the best kind of surprises.
Yeah, it was really awesome.
I don't know how people can allow her to drive a car and pay rents, have a bank accounts. Hey, I don't want to. All I'm just going to say is hopefully by the time I'm like 35, and you guys are going to know what I'm about to say. You guys are going to know exactly what I'm saying because this is a reference from a show.
Be careful. Be careful.
Hopefully by the time I'm not living in a van down by the river.
What do you want to do when you grow up? I want to live in a van down by the river. Well, that's pretty easy to do when you're living in a van down by the river.
Chris Farley.
It's an American thing, Saturday
Yeah,
Night Live.
you gotta watch it.
I really missed that, dude.
Sorry.
It was awesome.
Yeah, me too. Okay, we have questions, don't we? Aren't there some kind of trivia?
Yeah, go on. Let's go.
We started off so well, guys.
Amy's back there spider gazing.
Yeah.
She's like waiting for something to drop on her head.
Be like, hey, why do you think I have the spider webs?
Oh, I want to make blanket forts.
Is it sunny over there?
Yeah. It's like they're everywhere. Anyway, yeah, let's go with the questions. So the first one is, what is the world record fastest time for a human to solve a Rubik's Cube?
6 minutes.
Oh.
No, not even. Oh my God, I just learned this recently.
I think it was like 3.
30 seconds.
8 seconds, I'll go with.
I'm going to say 35 seconds because I was going to say 30.
All right, I'm
I'm
going
going to say a minute 30.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
I'm going to say 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Tui actually can do it very quickly. Very, very quickly. When we go over to T-Bone's house, okay, so we were standing in line purchasing groceries one day. He had one in his pocket. And but there were 2 people in front of us. By the time that we got to the register, he had solved it.
That's crazy.
He does it very, very quickly.
I'm still working on the one that I got when I was 8.
Yeah.
So
it comes with instructions.
Just
it comes with,
how
to solve
you
it.
ever like take all the cubes off and then put them back together?
Well, you could, but that's like heretic, witch, burn him, warlock,
off with the head.
Off with his head. I love how the Brits are just getting the worst of it tonight.
That's the vicious ones, obviously.
Yeah, I know. No, I felt bad earlier. I was outside and I was like, oh man, maybe I shouldn't have done that British accent for like the hangings and stuff. I'm sorry. I love. All right, it's not the greatest British. Okay, whatever. I'm done apologizing on camera.
Leave it alone.
You said 20. Chantel, you're the closest. It is actually 3.5 seconds.
Oh!
Ow.
Whoa!
That's crazy.
I'm taking it cut apart and putting it back together again.
A robot is able to do it in less than a second.
Oh, a robot. Sure, a robot can.
A robot, yeah.
A human does it in 3.5 seconds.
Yeah.
Every time I hear robot, I can't help but think of Futurama, like how Dr. Zoidberg calls it.
Hello, everybody. Give me a robot.
Well, I think
make me a sandwich. Save the maggots.
Which way that, like if you get a Rubik's Cube that's all mixed up, it's like a mathematical thing.
Yeah.
Where you can do a certain amount of turns in certain directions and everything. And if you know how to do that, you can solve it real fast.
Well, not only that, but if you have certain blocks in certain places, like you know where to go from positions on it and stuff. Tui, I'm telling you, Tui can do it like that. It's nuts. I don't know how the hell he does it.
Tui, the one your brother that's got the guinea pigs.
Sorry,
no, that's T-Bone. T-Bone is the. We'll go over the whole who everybody is eventually. Yeah, my poor mother. I could just say that in general, but my poor mother.
The next one is, how old is the oldest person to have ever lived?
120.
Oh, I know this one. It was a person out. I can't remember her name, but she lived out in France, and she lived till 122.
My guess was 120. I win.
Do you know the days? How many days?
Oh, how many days?
It has the exact number. So 120.
Like from the time she was born to the time till she died.
No. So it is 122, but how many days as well?
Oh, we've got to get the days now.
Let me think.
36.
It's coming back. It's coming
36.
back.
12, 11.
10, 9, 8, 7,
5,
4, 0.
Oh, I remember now. It was 106. It was like 160.
Come on, Wikipedia.
You've got this, Nick. Come on.
It was either 164 or 165.
He nailed it.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yo, he nailed it. 164. First one.
122 and 164 days.
Nick.
Nick.
Wow.
That's a good effort, Nick.
I want
Jeez.
your brain, Nick.
Yeah, me too. I said I'm going to eat it first. Wait, what?
Yeah, that was Jean Calment. That's what her name was. Jean Calment.
It doesn't have a name, so yeah, you know more than the guys.
And
That's
you
is
know
that
what?
Amy?
I could even. I
Oh,
can
wait,
even
is
tell
that
you guys
Marty?
this.
Marty,
She was
there's
born-
a guinea pig there.
I'll tell you
That's
guys
what
this.
that noise is. See
She was
it?
born in 1875 and lived till 1997.
I live in
Yeah.
Italy.
Look,
You know this person.
hold them up, Nick.
No,
Or,
I just
Marty.
What is it you've got, Marty?
He's got a guinea pig. Look.
Oh, guinea pig.
Oh, I was gonna get it.
Yeah, I was telling you guys to just listen. It's making the noise. Listen.
That young lady.
Hold on. Listen.
You
Listen.
guys see what Chantel wrote? Wikipedia doesn't count. Oh, stop showing up, Nick.
Marty, do you know how much now, Amy? Every time she sees a guinea pig, how much she bothers me about getting one.
I really want a guinea pig.
Listen to the noise.
I know that's what I said.
How many guinea pigs you got?
Oh boy.
Just the one.
Oh, just one?
Yeah.
I'll give you Gibby.
Yeah, Jeff. Jeff is the one that has them all, and he's like,
Yeah, dude, no more.
"This
Yeah.
is sweet."
Yeah, because I remember seeing a whole bunch of them, so that's why I asked.
Jeff loves
Jeff's
his guineas.
like, I know that noise.
Aw.
Chantel,
This is
I thought
it.
someone was behind Marty rubbing a finger on his head.
That's what it sounds like when he waxes his chrome dome. It's like,
I miss Fennel.
Oh, I know. We'll get a guinea. We'll get thanks.
yeah, you guys were supposed to do that after holiday.
Really?
You didn't go
Really?
on holiday.
Should I go get my dog that you told me to get? It won't even fit on the camera, dude. That's how big he is.
Yeah. All right, we'll go one more question, then we're gonna shoot.
Sheesh.
Yeah. How many people are in prison in the world?
Oh,
300
10 million.
billion.
Half of it.
300 million.
Half of them. 300 billion, I'd say.
I think it's
20 million. 20
oh,
million.
10.3 million.
Oh, that's funny. That's not a pet. That's a lunchbox. I would have to say with how many people are in prison right now, it's got to be about. I'm gonna have to go with because I remember I used to watch that. I didn't watch it frequently.
3.3 people.
They said it was like 2-3 million people in prison in the U.S. So I'm gonna have to go with maybe 6 million worldwide.
I'm going to go 10.
Yeah, it's at least 10.
Okay, 7 million. I'll say. I'll change it. 7 million.
What are you saying? How many people in prison?
Change it 7 minutes. No, Nick, first answer only. Sorry.
Uh-oh. I love that in the comments T knew what kind of squeaks those were.
Yeah,
Just
I
point
read
that
that.
out. Did you see that?
Explosive.
No, explorative.
Explorative.
Explorative. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's sensing the area. T would know. He would know.
Yeah, he loves his guineas.
The
Like
guinea pig-pedia.
Well, that's why I was trying. When I
Guinea-pedia.
was,
Oof.
Guinea-pedia.
Ooh,
I know
don't
that,
if you can say that.
he probably knows when you pet the guinea pigs, if you go all the way down to where their butt is, they'll start going. Brrr, brrr, brrr. They make weird noises. They don't like it.
well, I think most people would if you touch their eyes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't really make the same noise. I just usually swing at somebody.
Just by the warden's KFC. KFC, they won't even go for Popeyes. They don't use it for KFC. Wow. Talk about no class.
Oh God.
But it is Kerry and Chantel. You both bang on 10 million.
Wow.
Bang on the money.
1 million people.
Yeah, 10 million.
Yeah.
And not all of them deserve to be there because you got to figure there's a lot of people that have been like proven and just recently with like new science and stuff that they were in prison for, people have done 20, 40 years and didn't commit the crime. And then they're like, oh yeah, sorry about that.
Well, you got to remember too, before those cards were printed before COVID. Once COVID hit, they let half those people out of prison.
Yeah, but there was a lot of recidivism.
Yeah.
Also, like they went right back. There was a lot of people I saw that got let out, like it just committed the same damn thing and went right back. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's what happens. And then,
there's a guy on, there's a British guy. He does a series on TV. He got put.
Yeah, he spent a lot of time. He spent wrongly accused. I've seen that show.
15 years. He did 15 years for murder. He never did it.
And then he goes around to the other prisons, right, across the world, and he does time there and stuff. Yeah. That's a smashing show. I love that show.
Guy, I mean, that was our guinea.
Oh, he has a paper hat. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Wow.
We're gonna end up with a guinea pig by the end of the week. I can see it.
Hell yeah.
Sunday purred when you rubbed his spine, bottom to the neck. It's grey. Boy only lets you pet his crest.
You know, it's got the little monk spot on top.
Yeah.
It's got the little bald spot. Like me, it's like me. It's got the little freaking little doodle there.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Has he just eaten the guinea pig?
He literally, look, I mean, he stands up. When he stands up, he's almost as tall as Kerry.
Wow. He can't doggy dance yet. Shame on him. That is a big.
No,
boy.
he's so uncoordinated. He's a freaking retard.
He is a big.
He just
He follows directions.
yeah.
You
He
know,
knows how to shake.
that is all our fault.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So get a guinea pig.
We're forcing you to get it. Oh god. All right then, guys, we're gonna get off anyway. But it's been a cracking show again.
Lock chairs with them.
We did our 6 minutes of Skinwalker Ranch and then went down a crazy rabbit hole.
We just went down the rabbit hole as usual.
As always.
Rabbit hole, guinea pigs, dogs, yeah, and just
Changing
I don't know,
names.
a lot of name changing going on.
I love it though. 'Cause, like,
What's Hefty doing?
Probably. You know, I don't. I'm not going to go there.
Hey, Adam, let's talk. Let's talk to see what's going on. I think he wants to wait till we.
Yeah,
get off.
let's end the show before you guys have that conversation. Okay.
You know, I don't know. I'm going to be on the sidelines on this.
I just will say that before we end. What?
Love interest?
Is he frozen?
Me?
No.
No.
No, he's just.
He's stuck in that position.
I will say though, like, especially for us, after like the week we've had, I'm sure you guys agree. Doing this show really does make.
Yeah.
Even like before we started the show, I couldn't be asked. I was just been tired, and it's been a shitty week. But doing this show really does pick me up personally. Definitely Amy, and I'm sure you guys agree for yourself. It does you, and that's thanks to all you guys in the chat as well. Speaking to you guys every week, it really does make our week. I do look forward to Fridays, so thank you for that.
And that's for all of us, too. Like that's across the board. I feel the exact same way.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
It really does help pick everyone up.
Kerry's like, I don't know why I'm here.
It's not the same. Even when one of you, like when Marty, when you miss a show, or one of you miss a show, it's not the same.
Begging being frozen to get out of the conversation, Chantel says.
It has to be all of us.
Oh no, I was performing a task. All
right. Well, explain what that was.
Okay.
Hey, how you doing?
Marianne, unfortunately, we're just about to end the show, though. However, so you kind of showed up at the last minute.
Watch it back.
Yeah, you definitely.
Yeah.
Very educational.
You'll learn so much about Skinwalker.
I know.
Ranch.
Yeah. The whole show is about
So
Skinwalker
There's a
Ranch.
like and a share.
No, don't share that.
Oh God! I hope Steven does not see, saw what happened.
Even whoever he is will love this show.
All right, we love you all, and we will all see you next Friday, same time, 8 p.m. Remember, check out tomorrow night. Our mystery box is going live that we unboxed. There's some crazy stuff in there, so yeah, check it out. And yeah, we'll see you then. Take it easy, guys. We love you all.
Take care.
Bye.
Stay spooky.
Oh yes.
Good.